requirements when it comes to painting the actual neurograph drawing. Okay, first of all, need eyes up, please. Your object is going to be either warm or cool, and then the background is going to be the opposite. Okay, let me say that again. Your object is going to be warm or cool, and the background is the other way. So eyes up, please. You can see with my chicken here, I was doing it in what? Warm. So I'm not quite done, but I would finish the chicken in warm colors. That means the background is going to be in cool colors. That's the first requirement. The second requirement is that you are going to, okay, now listen, please. Eyes are up, please. In 90% of your picture, we should be able to tell that you were combining two colors or more colors. We should be able to tell that you're trying to get some variance, maybe where it goes from dark to light. In other words, what you cannot do is just take blue and paint blue, 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 a little bit of purple, 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 that just a flat plain color. I want you to try some dark to light. I want you to try some color mixing. You can see a little bit of blue and green in here. And I want you to experiment and try some things. That's the second requirement. So that being said, I'm going to do cool colors for the ferret. Eyes up, please. Some of you are starting to kind of grab your brushes. You're going to have plenty of time. All right, so as I go with this part, this is kind of the nuzzle of the ferret. Again, I'm going to get the paper wet because that allows me to move the paint around. And with my cool colors, I've got green, I've got blue, I've got violet, and I've got black. I'm going to go ahead and start with a little bit of green here. And because I've got the paper wet first, I can go ahead and just let it kind of bleed a little bit. In fact, that was an awfully big amount of green there. I'm actually going to take some out of my brush just a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead with a clean brush, and I'm just going to kind of bleed it off or blend it so it gets lighter. And I can use my paintbrush as a sponge. Just have it get lighter and lighter and lighter. So its nose is really dark, and then as I come into this part, it's getting lighter. So that could be one section right there, just going from dark to light. Okay? In another section, and I just use my water and my paper towel to clean my brush. Now I don't want to paint anything right next to this, but I could come over to this part of my ferret, and I could do some color combinations or dark to light, either way. But I think I'll try a little bit of blue and purple mixed. So I'm just going to use the tip of my brush to gather some blue. And while it's still wet, I'm going to try a little bit of purple in there, or violet. Okay? And that could be my next section. Again, I do not want to paint right next to where I just did it, or it's going to all bleed together. So either I'm going to come down to these areas, or I'm going to say, no, I'm going to start with some warm colors in the background, kind of let those dry, come back to the ferrets once these have had a chance to dry. You've got all these fun different techniques that we've talked about, or that we tried, I hope, or if you need to try them, you still can. But I might find some big areas to do some textures like this. Okay? Again, your object is going to be either warm or cool, and the background is the opposite. Okay? Did you have a question?